Good morning, Mozilla Festival. Yeah, it is so good to see all of you here. I wonder if we can start this day with a love bomb of appreciation for our DJs, Jen and Coca, the Resistance DJ Collective. Thank you all for warming this morning up. Thank you. I'm Gunnar. I am delighted to be here. We are going to try and keep you in this room the shortest number of minutes we can. My friends, we are here to be good to one another as we work toward a healthier internet. Let me warn you from a logistical standpoint that we're going to be asking folks to move toward the middle. So if there's empty seats, start migrating that way now. We're grateful because the world-famous Mozilla group photograph will be taken later in this morning plenary. With that, I encourage you all, please welcome Mr. Mark Sermon.
Welcome to MozFest. Hey, welcome to MozFest. Feels like this is a gathering of a tribe where we hack, we scheme, and we're really a place where we are starting to build a movement for the health of the internet and gather that tribe. So welcome to MozFest and to that work and what I know will be an amazing weekend. I was just talking to somebody, and it's hard to believe, because it reminded me this is the 7th MozFest. And actually, how many people have been here were there in the first one? Probably like 2 people. There you go. And then the second one, and the third one, he put the hands up. A 4th one, 5th one last year. We've grown every year. Look at that Ryan work that he's been here since the beginning, and he's always open. So, in that, I was thinking back to the second year where we moved here to Ravensbourne, and what this building has really brought us in creating MozFest and in shaping this movement. And I was on what I think of as sort of the Goldilocks tour of London with my son Tristan and Michelle Thorne, as we were going around to different possible venues, and we were there across the river where the Emirates thingy goes, at the Excel Center, and it was just too big. It was this big, boxy corporate conference center, very soulless. And then we went to an old university campus right in the center of London, and it was beautiful, but it was the rooms were boxy, they were just too small and dark. And then I walked downstairs into the atrium and walked up into here. I said, this is just right. This is the place where we need to do this event. And it's really proven to be true over the years. And as I look around at the combination of sort of beautifully designed signs and hacked signs, as I walked around the science fair last night, this building really, I think, has become like the internet, or what I love about the internet. It's a palette, it's a backdrop, it's a platform for our creativity to really live and show what we want the internet to be as a healthy ecosystem. And so I'm really, really grateful for this space as something that we've been able to then use to bring to life MozFest. And there's 2 reasons we do that, and 2 things this space brings alive. One is really to gather and build the leaders of this movement, and the other is to shape the agenda and look at what we want the future to look like. And just, if I can, yesterday there was up there about 400 or 500 people in a kind of leadership workshop and a facilitation training. So if you were at that, can you just stand up? Come on up, and all these people up there. So a round of applause for these people. Don't sit yet. The thing is, okay, now you can sit. The thing is, there were 400 or 500 people up there. That is who runs MozFest, is a set of folks from around the world who really are leaders in this movement and who kind of make this happen, but also make a lot of stuff happen through the year. And there's also a 40-person leadership camp, or kind of design camp in Berlin for MozFest. And why I call that out is all of us have the chance to be leaders in this movement, and everyone probably here is in some way. And that is a key to where we go in the future. It's the reason we're actually working right now on something called the Mozilla Leadership Network, or the Open Internet Leadership Network, that we will formally launch next year. The other thing we're really trying to do here at MozFest, and I think you all do an amazing job at, is shape the agenda where we're headed in the future. I mean, all of the stuff we've done on science and journalism and learning really has become at the center of the issues Mozilla and so many of us here are working on. And that's come out of MozFest. But really, coming out of that group of leaders, we've got some new things this year that are trying to bring this agenda to life in a fresh way. And I want to call some of them out. One is, you'll hear, I think, a lot more people talking about this idea of internet health. And it's a kind of phrase that has bubbled up over the last year to kind of roll up our interest in privacy and security and openness in a decentralized web, in a web that's inclusive, and one where people are literate and know what they can do with it. And to me, it really, it helps to have that concept that unifies what we're doing. I think you'll hear it through the course of this weekend. We're also coming out with an internet health report that many of the people in the room here are writing, and the editor of that is here. Connect with her. So I think it's one thing that you'll see as a real shift here, is that focus on the health of the internet as an ecosystem we all live in, need to protect and nurture and make more beautiful. Another thing you'll see, which reflects certainly the web I want to see, is a lot more diversity of various different types here at MozFest this year. And one thing really to call out is linguistic diversity. Heather, who you may have seen here up on the stage last year, and others, have got us to the point where we've been taking sessions in multiple languages. We have sessions in Spanish, partly in French and German. And we actually also have participation from 4 Asian cities happening remotely, thanks to the Mozilla Japan folks. So a lot more diversity of participation this year, which reflects to me the internet we want to see and the diversity of people who live on and shape the internet. You'll also see a speaker series where there's going to be a lot less people up here, these very short plenaries this year, but we do want the ideas of how the internet can be healthy to be something we can discuss really in depth. And so you'll see on the screens and on posters a debates and dialogue series with people from Wikipedia, ACLU, the White House, all kinds of folks bringing fresh perspectives, important reports from the field on what is happening as we build the health of the open internet. So please go down there, and if you have FOMO and you're doing something else, you're upstairs hacking, they're also all being recorded by video. And the other thing that has really started to flower here at MozFest in the last couple years is the idea that this movement needs to not only hack and build, but also be more political. And so over there in the library, there's going to be a track on fueling this movement, where there's a big campaign going on right now in Europe on reforming copyright, making it something that works for the era of the internet. There's other campaigns on privacy, encryption, other things that we all, many people in this room, have been doing over the past year. That's a place where that stuff is being planned and worked out, and you can participate. And there's just one last thing I want to highlight as a change as we take MozFest and this movement into the future. And this is where I use my Canadian card to be able to quote Marshall McLuhan, because it's a kind of corny thing to quote Marshall McLuhan, but I'm Canadian, so I'm allowed. And McLuhan really talked about artists as the antenna of the future, and also about the task of art being to balance the biases in technological media, which is amazing that he said that 40, 50 years ago. It's helpful. And there is a lot more art, very much on purpose, in MozFest. And you'll see it all around. You'll see it in the MozX work that is spread across the building. You'll also see it in these brown wood Toto exhibits. And it, to me, is critical that we start to look at what's possible in different ways. And art and artists are really a central part of that work. And I think that brings me to the last thing I want to say, which is, as we build a movement for the health of the internet, and it exists and it is many movements and it comes and is rooted in open source, There's so many ways that we can and must participate, and so many different kinds of people who can and must participate. And certainly in Mozilla's roots, the history of that is coding is a way to be an activist, to build something that can be a different future. And that's certainly still critical. And as we get more political in an explicit way, being a campaigner and campaigning on copyright or on encryption, those are other ways. But being an artist, being a teacher, organizing networks, whatever it is that you bring to the table, that is actually something that this movement needs and that is welcomed and that we need to add all up. And if we add all up, that is how we create an internet that stays weird, but also stays healthy and strong. So let's do that together.
Thank you, Mark Sermon. Friends, we're, like I said, not going to keep you long. Indulge me, if you will, in a few announcements. And again, if I can get more people down here, our hope is to fill this whole dang floor with this group photograph, Human Carpet of Goodness. Let me tell you about things MozFest is doing to grow up in 2016. We have an ever-broadening global network. This is the first year we will have an entire selection of sessions in non-English languages, and I just want to thank all the people that are hosting sessions in other languages, and media leaving this event will be captioned for the speaker series. Hey, there's some programming tonight. That's right. And I want you to not wonder if you're hearing me correctly, but what you need to do if you want to have wild fun here tonight, find the monk at the booth on the ground floor. So as you walk down later, just be like, which way to the monk? And we'll get you into the party from there. For those of you for whom monk partying is not your thing, there's a lower key gathering at the Hilton Tower Bridge Bar. And if you're rocking a MozFest lanyard, that's your ticket to a free beverage between 6:30 and 9 p.m. Hey, we learned a lesson, and it only took us 6 years to learn it. When you try to get people up early on a Sunday morning after a great party on the weekend where the time changes, turnout suffers just a little bit. So tomorrow morning, we're doing an innovative thing called MozFest Breakfast. It's low-key, there's good food, and it's going to be set up as yet another opportunity to get to know the folks you have not yet met at this event. So please come munch on avocado and other breakfast goodness and join us for the MozFest Breakfast tomorrow morning. Did I mention there's a time change tomorrow? It's the fall back time change, and when we fall back, bad things can happen when, people don't know that. Sometimes you're really early, sometimes you're really late. It depends on how you roll. Another incredibly innovative thing we've done at this event, we are using, some of you may have heard of this, we are using a hashtag. Has anyone ever heard of hashtags? Okay, I kid you. The hashtag that you most want to know at this event, hashtag MozHelp, M-O-Z-H-E-L-P. The MozHelp hashtag actually works. If you tweet, hey, my area is on fire, hashtag MozHelp, we will, of course, call the authorities and make sure to send somebody up with, I don't know, some of the extra water from the barista bar. But in all seriousness, if you are in a space that needs supplies, if you are in a space or if you are lost looking for something you can't find, MozHelp. Now, sometimes it's alienating using virtual channels to get support, so we've got a MozHelp desk. Can we all give some big love to Dirk over here who's running the MozFest desk? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So he's there to answer questions. It's the MozHelp info desk, but we really, really encourage you, MozHelp, if you've got any questions. All right, other things I should be telling you. Hopefully everyone here acquired a swag bag upon arrival at this event, and contained in your swag bag is this fine multicolored event program. Do you have one there, sir? Yeah, okay, great. On the back of the guide, we have participation guidelines, and we would ask everyone to give them a look, familiarize yourself with the participation guidelines, And let us know if you have any questions. Things that I do want to point out, they're also posted around the building. We want this to be a safe event. And so if at any point you are not feeling safe, if you are feeling harassed, if someone is not being respectful to you, we want there to be ways for you to let us know so we can try and make sure you are having the best possible time. On the back of the name tag you are probably wearing, there are 3 ways to let us know if you have any concerns of any kind. There is an email address, festival@Mozilla. There is also a help desk directions up here on the 5th floor. And last but not least, and here's where it gets tricky, there's a phone number. Anybody know what the catch with that is? Reception in this building could be described as suboptimal. We are in a giant, beautiful Faraday cage. So let us celebrate our isolation, but just know the phone number doesn't always work, especially when your place is like in the very middle bathroom down the hall. All right. Let me paraphrase the participant guidelines with a couple of corollaries. This is the way we have rolled at MozFest since the beginning. 3 ways we ask everyone to demonstrate respect. Please, oh please, and I know this is hard, try to get to sessions on time. I know there's amazing coffee. I know there's amazing people. If you're running a session or hosting a space, it is less amazing having people trickle in 30 or 45 minutes late. Support your facilitators, support your space wranglers. If you get there on time, we win. Other ways to show respect, focus on listening. This is an event where you can learn so much from other people, and we really encourage you to ask other people what they're working on, find out what they're doing. Let us all become a stronger, more connected human network before we go out to those virtual networks that connect us the rest of the year. And thirdly, and this is a controversial ask, has anyone here ever been trapped in an argument you had no interest in? Anybody ever been in a debate where you were a hostage? Yeah. How many people here are survivors of a free versus open debate or a which license should we choose debate? Any survivors out there? This is an event where debate is not a useful format, so show each other respect by agreeing to disagree as we move through. 3 other things, and I embody the worst of the worst. How many people here speak a language other than English? Anyone? Yeah, now that's impressive. People like me, and I'm going to own it, we're ugly, and I'm an ugly American. Some of you Brits do the same thing. We talk English too quickly. Let us be mindful of using inclusive, simple, non-jargony language so everyone can understand what the flow is. If anyone is talking too fast, please get your hands up, interrupt, slow us down. Any monologuers out there? I'd ask everybody when you speak, just make 1 point. In a group of N people, speak 1/nth of the time. Share the invisible talking stick in the sessions that you are in. I love your smile, man. I love that. All right, almost done. I'm done blathering with just a couple more things to say. Another important guideline, questions. Don't be scared. Questions are the active currency of this event, and I encourage you to ask them early and often. Bring your constructive selfishness. And finally, anybody here sitting next to a friend? Yeah, I don't want to criticize you, but that's a mistake, okay? I want you talking to the friends you have not yet met. At this event, please walk up to strangers, ask them what they have seen, ask them what they're doing. The magic of MozFest is everyone's ability to interact with the people they have not yet met. Questions like, here, let me coach you. Why are you here? How long did you stand in this breast line? Are you having a good time? Bring those questions. I swear it works, and I can promise you the other party will answer 99.9% of the time. Overall, I said it earlier, I mean it. Let us please be good to one another. Let's celebrate that we are all working toward greater good, a healthier internet, all of the passionate learning and making and doing that are represented in the course of these days. All right, I'll say it one more time. Come on, people that are going to be in the photo, keep walking that way. I promise you, you'll be glad you commuted early. Hey, I'm holding too many things. Does anybody know the meaning of the magic color yellow? Do you want to belt it out, fun sir? No photos. An open web is a beautiful thing. A privacy-respecting open web, even more beautiful. If people are wearing a yellow lanyard, that means that they would request you not photograph them. They would like to not be memorialized in your camera's data storage. So please honor the yellow lanyards. Does everybody know the worst case situation? there is a selfie phenomenon where I get the shot with all of you back there, guaranteed somebody is wearing the yellow. Please honor the yellow lanyards. All right, friends, it's time to find out where you can go after we're done here. Actually, and people who can guide you there, can you in the purple? Yeah, you're like, I had no idea I had a role in the plenary. Come on, step forward. I know, just you. Come on, give this guy love. He's a volunteer. Can you model this shirt? Can you model that? Does everybody see the volunteer fashion? And what's your name, sir?
Yusuf.
Yusuf, thank you. I hope we're still friends, but I appreciate you coming up on stage. Friends, I want you to know that volunteers are here to serve you. Be nice to them. A lot of times people think they can boss volunteers around. Give them the love. Ask not what the volunteers can do for you, but what you can do for the volunteers at this event. They will help you find your way to the spaces that we are about to announce. A couple of other things. I really want to give a shout out to the folks at the back of the room, the sound and media team. Can we get big love for the people making sure that this event is properly produced? And a final shout out, and I bet they'll hear it if we're really loud. If there's anything that sets this event apart, how many other events do you go to that have unlimited free barista service? Can we get huge love for the espresso bar? Thank you. I want to thank everyone for putting up with all those announcements. Now it's time to find out what is going on in this building. We're about to find out the spaces going on at MozFest. We've got a combination of spaces that are visible from the plenary area, and I've got a few space wranglers here in the front row. Let me ask the space wranglers to stand up. You can be sort of, hamming it up for the audience while I point to people that are not you. That's right, but go ahead. Look around. Oh, turn around. Come on, there you go. Say hi to the people out in TV land. Yeah, give these people some love. They've done incredible work. Space wranglers high and low. Get some waves. Can I get some waves over here? Oh, yeah, look at these spaces. Give them some love. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's give a name to this mysterious passion. Digital arts and culture right here up front. Where are you found?
On the first floor.
On the first floor. It's a downhill commute. Go down and see the digital arts and culture folks. Friends, do I love journalism? Yes, I love journalism. Do the journalism folks do it right? Big love for the journalism space. Oh, yeah. Big love for the journalism space. And, well, I don't know how they managed to all afford to live in the same neighborhood, but right next to them, big love for the Open Badges people. Yeah, Open Badges. I am positive there is a badge you can earn by going to their space. Hey, who's fueling the movement? Are you fueling the movement? Where can we find out how to fuel?
In the library, right down here on 4.
Excellent. Fuel the movement in the library. And the poetry of that is just too beautiful. Open science. Is there any other kind? Open science. Give it up. Give it up. Somebody toss me a beaker, okay? Do you have a beaker or a pipette? All right. Hey. Everybody's like, no, please don't. There are two kinds of people at events like these, everyone else and those with insurance liability. All right, localization, say it in another language, yeah, the localization posse, they're truly insane, they love what they do. Go find out how you can love what they do and do it yourself using open localization tools. There's a thing called the youth zone. Youth zone, where's my youth zone? Are you the youth zone? No, who's my youth zone? There's my youth zone. Big love for the youth zone. And where do we find the youth zone? On floor 2. Youth zone on floor 2. Demystify the web. How do I do that? Yes! Go there and they will demystify the web. I love it. Thank you all. Hey, winning this year's award for longest space name. Dilemmas in connected spaces. Show us dilemma. Show us resolution of dilemma. Yeah. Go find out about dilemmas in connected spaces. And last but not least, it's not a delivery service. It's an incredibly creative and visual space. MozX. Come on, MozX. Give it up. Yeah. Yeah, MozX. Yes. Oh, are you here? Oh, you are, this is arty. This is very arty. You are everywhere. All right. MozX, thank you for being here. Why do we go? It gets more interesting every year. This message is only for people who have socks on. Everyone else can leave or look at your phone. I'm a monk from the very secret order of balance. We maintain the internet and we are in trouble. We suspect that trouble is originating from things that are taking place at the festival this weekend. Anyway, we are going to do a recruiting drive for new initiatives today. That's right, you're the kind of person we reckon has what it takes to devote themselves to a lifetime of and reenacting of sacred memes and performing penance for those in the dark web and general ceremonial worship. If you are interested, then come to the confession check-in in the foyer downstairs from noon, and we will tell you everything you need to know so you can journey to our magnificent seafront monastery this evening, where you will perform the rites and, some say, party. Excellent. We have a website, orderofbalance.co.uk. Dude, that's a heavy look for you. Good to have a druid in the house. All right. Thank you. Let's give some love for the druid. Yeah. I want you to think back on all the energy you feel as you know these spaces. If MozFest were a game, you win by getting to every space in the building before the end of the weekend. As someone who gets to watch sort of over the shoulders of the people that do the heavy lifting at this event to make it happen, I really encourage you to realize how much special stuff lies in each of these spaces, how much passion and good times. First, I would like you to visualize all the people that have done everything to make this event happen. I'm talking about Sarah and Erica and the whole MozFest team, the volunteers, all the people doing sound, the Ravensbourne staff. Before we go do this agenda, let's make the biggest love bomb for the people that brought us here. Thank you, everyone who put together MozFest. Thank you. Thank you. Can I get all of you in here? We're about to do the MozFest group photograph. MozFest group photograph. I need all these seats full. Can we fill in the alley? Come on in. I need more. Come on in. Yeah, thank you. Come on in. And we've got a late arriving special guest while people file in here. Who's the cute guy in orange? Come on over here. Come on, get on up here. Yeah, this guy. Come on. Can we get big love? 1, 2, 3. Give it up for Foxy. Yes. Yes. Come on up. This is beautiful. All right. Keep on coming. Keep on crunching. Come on. Keep on coming. Are there any empty seats? Any empty seats? Anybody got, is that empty right there? Can you all just move this way? I know, it won't hurt. And if somebody could grab that last couple of seats. We can't see you if over there. I need every seat full. How's this for pressure? Until we fill all the seats, you're stuck. Oh, are you guys going to be in the picture now? Did you just decide you wanted to be in the picture? All right. All right, let's bring the music down. I'm going to give some instructions. Oh, you planned this so you could be in the front. That's very impressive. All right. How many people here know the drill? Anybody? Okay. I need the people who know the drill. Oh, I've got a gap here. Can I just keep scooting? If we see floor space, we're failing. That's right. There, nice. Keep coming on. Just a little bit. Spread yourself out. That's good. Love it. Perfect. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. Keep on. People in the back, keep on coming. You're like, Gunnar, why are you being so uptight? Trust me, photographic composition is everything in the MozFest group photo. Hey, we've got the best photographer in the world up there. Let's give him a big love bomb. Yeah, Paul, we love you, man. We love you. All right, here's the way it's going to go. First thing I need you to do, I need everybody here, and just leave me a little space. Yeah, all right, I need everybody here to think about the people that are making the web unhealthy. Do you know what I'm talking about? The people that are using closed protocols, the people that are making walled gardens, the people that are doing uncool copyright things. They're out there. Our first photograph is a photograph of seriousness. I think we can put Foxy right here. Now I'm going to give you mixed messaging. Scoot just a little backwards. Let's make room for the fox right there. I want to thank everybody for putting up with this process. All right. Our first photograph is a photograph of everyone being as serious as we can be. Love it. Foxy, we can give you a chair. It's cool. And don't be embarrassed that it takes 2 chairs. It's all good. All right. All right. Yeah, you're looking good, man. You're looking good. You are full of web goodness. All right. Just leave me some room because I got to just, yeah. Okay, you beautiful humans. Just leave me, you go that way. Because, yeah, I don't want to step. Yeah, I'm going to go right there. Do you see it says Gunner right there? All right. First one, and I'm totally serious. I want all of us to have the most serious look of commitment to a healthy internet. If anyone's, because here's what happens is I say be serious, and then somebody's like, don't do that. All right. We're going to look up, and we're just going to be as serious as we can be and give Paul what he needs to take a photograph of us being serious about the future of the web. Thank you, Paul. Second one. Most people here have some relationship to some sporting or gaming paradigm, and you know the notion of a good thing happening. If your football team scores a goal or your virtual world, you get the most virtual world thingies. Sorry, I try not to use technical language. I apologize. We're going to do a game where I count down 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and at 0, we all scored a goal even if we hate football, okay? So at 50, we're smiling. At 40, the arms are starting to come up. 30, they're at our heads. 20, 10, goal. And do it in slow motion. I know we've all had coffee. A lot of people are like, 50, 30. Slower, okay? Big smiles. Let's just all smile up at Paul. Give him a smile like he just gave us our favorite thing. Yes, yes. All right. Now we're smiling at 50, big smiles. Now our hands are starting to leave our bodies. 40, 30, 20, 10, go! All right, last one, and then you're free from all of this torture. This is the one where I need all of you to channel your inner thespian. I need everyone to make the scariest face. We call them Halloween faces where I come from, but I need a scary face. Foxy, give me a scary face. Ah, exactly. All right. Can I see somebody scare me? Come on, give me an example. Scare me. Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to scare you. All right, can you do this? Just right, yeah, there, perfect. All right, friends, now we're going to practice, because here's what happens if we don't practice. Somebody here does the first one of like, all right, give me your scariest face on 3. We're not photographing. It's a dress rehearsal. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Now, I want you cracking his lens with terror on 3 and hold it. Keep shrieking and yelling. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Let us go forward and do MozFest. Thank you all.